So we got Jackie Chan's new movie, The Shadow's Edge, and it's been a while since we've gotten a good Jackie Chan movie. He's been on a sliding downward scale with his releases, unfortunately, but also it kind of makes sense too because he's getting older. Jackie Chan is famous for being an action star. He's in his 70s now. I
71.
can't expect him to do all these action scenes or do it in one take or do it in longer takes. So you would think that maybe his newer films would just get chopped up to pieces in the editing room, but mostly it just feels like anything action wise from him recently has just been an afterthought.
Yeah.
Considering how well his action direction is, the fact that it was always probably the worst part of some of his newer stuff. It's just, it's a shame as action fans, as people who love him for what he was very well known for. But then we get this, The Shadow's Edge, Jackie Chan pushing 70, and it's a step in the right direction. Dare I say, it's a good action movie.
看他想怎么玩，我们陪他玩。
I'd go one step further than that. I don't want good action movies from Jackie Chan, 71 years old anymore. I want him to be in good movies. That's all I want from him, right? Because I don't expect him to do action anymore, right? Not at that age. And if he's going to be doing action, it needs to be, catering to his abilities, right? And this is it's good in this movie. Shadow's Edge is good in that aspect, right? It's not showing off Jackie Chan doing a bunch of flips. Karate Kid Legends is a perfect example of that.
Did he flip in that movie?
Well, I mean, it's not really him, but stunt doubles, and it's like they're in the dark. It's like Jackie Chan's his character is moving way too quickly. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's hokey, it's cheesy, it's stupid, right?
现在的爱好是热狗。
I think we could separate this now, if we're going to talk about the action, into kind of two categories. Because there's the action with all the younger performers, and then there's the action with Jackie. And there's very distinct styles that are going on here. So with the opening of the movie, which is mainly the action with the younger performers, you can see it's a lot quicker edited. It's very, very fast paced, and they're really getting in these fancy moves because they're doing all these fancy flips and kicks, and they're, the teams are parkour experts. So they're really focusing on the visuals, but then they're cutting very, very fast in between all the moves. So a lot of times it doesn't feel like you get a lot of moments to breathe or really take in any of these hits because you're just like bam, 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 bam. It's almost like you're watching an action reel or a TikTok reel that somebody cut together quickly for the action. But I'll say it technically works because there's something that they do with a lot of the action in the movie. They're always intercutting action with dialogue or storytelling because a lot of times there's always like a chase going on. You're chasing these main characters, and then you need to cut to reactions of people talking about what they're doing, where they're going to be, trying to find them on the cameras and so forth, and then cut back to the action. So there's always like action, dialogue, action, dialogue. It feels like you don't get a lot of time to really, like, you don't get a full action scene to yourself because you have to they have to intercut it with story elements.
I feel like even for Jackie's fights, it was definitely it wasn't that bad, but we had to cut around him as well, like more than his his golden era days, right?
Yeah, we're never gonna get those longer takes anymore. Those are well behind him, or maybe he could do it because when you watch some of the behind the scenes, it seems like they're doing longer takes with him. But I think maybe that's nobody wants to do that style of action anymore, or that style of editing for action anymore, which is a shame.
That is a huge shame. That is basically the whole backbone of like our whole argument when it comes to like good action design, right? So I think that this is a good middle ground. It's working with everyone's ability, right? Even for Jackie Chan, because he's an older guy. I think it's fine. It's not overly edited to a point where it's just a mess. In fact, I'd say that the action, with the exception of seeing an actor fall down and he's on clearly on a green screen and he's about to land on like a bouncy house.
Oh, boy.
Like with the exception of like that one example of like really bad compositing. The action here in the movie is decent. Like it's actually above average, I'd say.
Everything kind of in the beginning, it's like it sets like almost like a bad tone, like a bad taste, because I almost thought, oh shit, is this just going to be the action? Is this just going to be like
is it going to be Invincible Dragon again?
Oh god, yeah. But then once we get towards the middle, there's a very huge action scene towards the middle of the movie where the police precinct is infiltrated by like hired goons and whatnot. And it's a lot of action. It's a lot of gunfire, lots of fights going on. And it's good action, but fight choreography wise, it's hard to kind of recognize so many moves because it's like a mosaic. We're constantly cutting between every single character and who they're fighting or who they're interacting with. So it's a lot of action, but you're constantly cutting between all the players now doing what they're doing. And then story beats, and then, so on and so forth.
疑犯很可能已经改变造型，所有人移动搜捕，看他想怎么玩。
It's pretty crazy. Totally Young. I'm guessing he's also of comparable age to Jackie Chan.
Yeah, 67.
They give him his own group fight scene. It's insane. He looks so tired doing it, but he gets a lot of fighting. I'm really surprised. He looks pretty good. It's shot in the dark, but you can still kind of see it. It's edited appropriately for a man of his age. He's essentially just like stabbing all these guys in the throat. Just
that knife must be so dull afterwards.
I know. There's just so much fighting with him.
Yeah.
And then I thought, like, okay, they gave him his own fight scene. It's a group fight. It's pretty bloody. It's pretty over the top. Like, I thought that was going to be the end of it. I was like, this is an old man who doesn't seem to be familiar with fight choreography. Maybe that's the end. But no.
家辉哥也在动作方面要求说一定要 push 他的 limit。虽然他之前拍这样子的这种时装动作片的经验不是很多，但是他愿意去尝试，所以在这个方面他给我们极大的支持和信心，就是说你有什么想法，你希望我怎么去做，你就安排就好了，我一定尽我最大努力去做到。
Everything I was kind of saying before with the fights, with it being like pretty quickly edited or constantly having cut back the story. They did it right with the final fight, because the final fight is Jackie Chan and it's Tony Leung, and it's just a 1-versus-1 fight scene. No cuts almost ever to anything else besides them fighting. Mm-hmm. I don't recall the last time we got a Jackie Chan fight scene like this.
Yeah,
it's been a while, and I want to say this is a pretty good Jackie Chan fight scene. Probably his best one in the past 10 years.
I might go further than that, more than 10 years, but like at the same time, maybe several decades at this point.
Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people cite The Foreigner as probably being one of the best things he's done, and I think I might like this fight better than like that action scene that he did there.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because I have to constantly think about The Foreigner too, because that was the last like a serious action movie that he's done. Like I feel like he's been doing so many movies that are just kind of like low rung, bottom tier kind of movies. I don't have mince words. Like they're just like, man, even the premises alone just sounds terrible.
Well, I mean, bleeding steel. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect example of like just shovelware kind of movie. But then like here he is doing more serious role, more serious movie, and more serious fight scene. And it's like it's so matter of fact. It's just two dudes going at it in this one smaller like cramped space, and it's very matter of fact of like like if they're just trying to basically
trying to hurt each other, kill each other.
Exactly. Yeah. And the way that there's environmental damage, it just adds a lot to it, right? Mm-hmm. It adds a lot to the severity or the tension of the action scene. And again, that's something that you don't really get now from his more recent outings, because like we keep on trying to make Jackie Chan look like he's doing things that he could have done when he was younger. Right. Mm-hmm. It's like, can I really believe that Jackie Chan can fight in a closed space for real in his 70s? Like, no, but this is comparable. I think I can there's some believability here. Mm-hmm. But like for me, I think that he's doing flips or he's like, jumping all around, doing parkour anymore.
Yeah,
no.
They don't do any of that here, thankfully. You whispered to me when we were watching this movie, you said, old man fight scene, and the gears started turning in my head, and I had this image of just two grandpas going at it, like trying to shove each other or like I don't know, like bang each other with their walkers, and I thought, oh no, this is gonna be horrible.
Yeah. And
it completely blew my expectations away. Yeah, this is a pretty good fight scene, I'll say. It does. There's some decent combinations. There's a little bit complexity going on between the knife work between Jackie and Tony Leung. It's a little scary because they set up his character as being very lethal with a knife. So it's a lot of Jackie Chan just trying not to get cut. And in real life, he got cut because
in the eye.
In the eye, because they gave the actor a real knife. Like, what the hell were they thinking?
Well, I mean, that's Jackie's prerogative, right?
Yeah, but still, there's so much damage going on, and I said to you off mic as well, because we know they're older, and I was trying to look for the stunt double, and there's a lot of times where there's a hard fall, like on a table, on the floor, and I'm like, oh, probably a stunt double.
Sure.
And then the guy gets up and I'm like, fuck, that's Jackie. Like, why is he taking these falls at that age? Like, it just doesn't seem right.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, listening to him talk about this, like, especially with the knife thing. Again, it's a lot of it has to do with just them just being accustomed to their old ways. Yeah. So, after being stabbed in the eye or nearly, a more, serious injury could have came about that, Tony Leung was he became a little hesitant to continue the performance. And Jackie was like, no, just relax. Just stab away. You don't have to do much. You keep stabbing away. I'll dodge. So I'll do all the hard work.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
I was like, what? It's so you just stab away at random, and you're just doing you're basically doing the hard work then.
Well, at that point, it's no longer fight choreography. It's Jackie Chan literally dodging for his life now.
Yeah. I mean, you see some of the behind the scenes, the performers are moving at a slower speed, and they are cranking it up a little bit for the final product.
That's what I was curious too.
Yeah. But it's fine. I mean, at the end, the end product looks phenomenal. Not phenomenal, but looks good.
So is this a recommend for you?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Well, I was going to say, I never thought these words would come out of my mouth. This is a high recommend for me. Oh, actually, wow. I really like this movie. I actually really like this movie a lot. And not because of the action. I actually really like the story.
Okay.
I was very engaged. I was very impressed by the overall final product of the film. And if anything, I'd say the movie could have been trimmed down by 40 minutes, and the thing that could have been on the chopping block would have been some of the action, honestly. And this is coming from me as a person who loves fight scenes and action scenes, but for a movie like this, I don't think it was necessary. I think it was the rest of the movie was actually very engaging. So the action was just kind of icing on the cake, but I was I don't really need that. But still good. still good. I do really recommend this movie. So,
yeah. I recommend this movie, but I don't think I was as maybe positive with the overall story as you. Mm-hmm. I felt it got like a little messy and a little lost at times, especially because some of the dialogue is happening really quick. We're trying to read the subtitles but watch at the same time. I remember like when it had anything involving the crypto aspect of the storyline, I was like, wait, what was that? What was that moment? Like, what was that beat? I felt very lost in the beginning, but then once they slow down a little bit, I kind of got the story overall. And I think they just had a little too many characters.
Yeah.
But no, this is a high recommend for me because of the action, actually. I did like the movie overall. It got a little long. I remember towards the end, I was like, okay, just let's wrap it up. I know we're almost there. We're almost there. Just please wrap it up. But yeah, no, I recommend this more so on the action side. We haven't seen a good Jackie Chan fight scene in a long time, paired with a pretty good movie.
Yeah. But
this is easily the best fight scene he's done in like the past 10 years, possibly longer, but I'd have to look at his filmography again. So yeah, if you're a Jackie Chan fan like we are, and you've been desperately waiting for something good to come out, despite his age, he's a 70-year-old man at this point, this is the movie to see. Go see it, and then maybe we'll get the sequel that they're potentially baiting.
这一部又是大哥要去重新去突破自己，在动作片上去让观众看到老当益壮，好依然可以就是在荧幕上呈现如此精彩的打斗。
So Will, is Jackie Chan back? Can we say Jackie Chan's back?
Yeah, only if Chris Tucker's involved.
Okay, so Jackie Chan's not back.
He's not back.
He's not back.
Oh, hell no.